Hello friends, it's Zoe and welcome to this month's bullet journaling plan with me. For April, I decided to do a rain theme. I had some trouble choosing my theme this month, and I'll be honest, I chose to do a rain theme when I wasn't feeling the happiest, but I really like the way this theme turned out. As usual, this theme is very easy and simple to draw, and it took me less than an hour to complete. Right now, I am making the monthly calendar spread, and I was inspired by these images I saw on Pinterest. I chose to do a monochrome look using only a couple of shades of blue. For these umbrellas, I just sketched some circles of where I wanted them to go, and then I divided the circle into 8 segments. You can do this easily by cutting them in half again, and then all those pieces in half again, and then you just add those curves and you get an umbrella. I also made 6 segment circles for some variety. I really like how I overlapped some of the umbrellas together and also overlapped the calendar within the spread as well. In my brief research for this video, I wanted to talk about the symbolic meaning of rain, and I quickly found that there were so many different meanings and it would take forever to talk about them all. Rain symbolism reaches across spirituality, religion, cinema, literature, and so much more. It can represent negative aspects like sadness, isolation, and melancholy, but it can also represent renewal, abundance, fertility, and cleansing. Even though rain can feel gloomy, it is essential to life. Water falling from the sky, it's no wonder humans have an innate fascination with it. I remember last semester I learned about how our ability to forecast has made weather less dramatic, losing its mythical weight. It was a class about climate change, and the essay we read was called Writers in the Storm by Catherine Schultz. In the essay, Schultz describes the shift from weather being mythical to metaphorical when the field of meteorology developed. Until the 19th century, weather remained a mystery. No one knew why temperatures drop when you climb closer to the sun, or how the wind works, or how clouds remain in the air despite holding tons and tons of rainwater. Unexpected weather was an act of God, or the sky was rained by Zeus and Poseidon, for example. Even though now we know how weather works, we still tie the human condition to weather. Minds are foggy, temperaments can be chilly, cold, or sunny. Another fun fact from the essay was that the industry that was most adamant on lobbying against early weather forecasting was the ship salvaging industry. The essay also describes a new genre called cli-fi, or climate fiction. These are apocalyptic stories with the end of the world triggered by extreme climate shifts. It really reminds me of the K-drama called The Silent Sea, where there's no water left on Earth and people are sent to the moon to try to find this special water. I won't spoil it, but it was very good. on to the next spread. I have my habits page and my recap page. No surprise here. As for the design and layout of the spread, I wanted to go with this scattered look with all these little drawings of little people holding umbrellas and some various puddles and rainfall. It was very fun to draw all these people holding their umbrellas in different poses, different ways. I even have some people sharing an umbrella or a kid jumping through a puddle. So it was really cute and fun to draw. If you know the Sneaky Artist on Instagram, I was probably heavily inspired by them. But yeah, just very simple, loose sketches of people holding umbrellas. As for habits, I only decided to do 5 habits this month to keep it simple. If I have too many habits, I end up not doing much of any of them, so it's good to just narrow down your focuses, especially when you have limited free time, as I will be in this quarter finishing up my thesis, which is going to take a lot out of me, emotionally, physically, mentally. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I am kind of overwhelmed with school and everything since I am graduating this semester. Yay! And then for the right hand of the page, or the right side, I have my typical recap spread where I have sections for the highlights of the month, my favorites of the month, what foods I ate for the month. Yes, food needs its own category. And I also have a space for like lessons that I learned that month. If you've been watching my videos this year, you'll know that I've been doing this type of spread the whole year, and it has become one of my favorites. I fill it out at the end of the month, and it's a nice way of reflecting on the month. And I have had some pretty emotional times these past few weeks, so it's nice to look at the highlights of the month just to see that it's not all bad, you know. I used to do highlights every day, like what was the highlight of my day, and yeah, it's a good reminder of the ups and downs of life. As I mentioned before, I didn't have the best time choosing this spread, and I was like, I'm gonna do a rain theme, because rain, I'm just so sad right now. But after looking at all these like artworks of rain and learning about the symbolism of rain, I have a newfound appreciation for the rain. And I am recording this voiceover on like the sunniest day in California, so who am I to complain about the weather? But yeah, life has its ups and downs. Sometimes the rain is very heavy, but you just have to get through it. That's all I can say at this point. You just have to get through it and know that there will hopefully be May flowers. The last spread is the my weekly spread. So as usual, I just have the page broken up into 4 quadrants. 7 are going to be for the days of the week, and then the last one is just an overview of the week, like what things I want to get done at the end of the week. I'll write there, and then in each day I'll write down my schedule and my to-do list. Very simple, very easy. I've been doing this weekly spread all year and last year. And then here is the final flip through. I'm really happy with the way the theme turned out. I really like the colors. They spark joy. So I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope April is going well for you. And I'll see you in the next one.